What rappers would be highly independent if they went successful? I mean, the majority of rapper would be successful if they went independent. It's just about would their hype last? Like shit, if Lil Baby was independent right this moment, shit, he would make so much money on his next project. He would be disgusting. Now, if Drake was able to drop his next album independently. Nah, that would be disgusting. Okay, you want me to do math again? Math time, math time, math time. Let's go, math time. All right. So this is the only way I'm using my biomathematics degree. Okay, here we go. Is it this? I bet. So Drake, if say let's say Drake dropped, he dropped One Dance, right? One Dance is at 2.251 billion. That's 2.2. That's 2.2.51 billion, right? That's only on Spotify worldwide. A million streams, a million streams on Spotify is actually it's about $5,000. Okay, so since this is a million here, all we got to care about is this, right? So 2.2.51 billion is 2,251 million. So I'm just calculating how much money that makes on Spotify, right? 2251 times 5,000. Okay. So that one song makes 11,255,000. Now that's only off. So this is where it gets a little complicated too. The way how Spotify pays out, Spotify is going to pay out a royalty rate based on who owns the masters of the song. Usually it's owned by the record label. So it's owned by Republic. Republic gets paid that. They're also going to pay out what's called publishing royalties, which are it's a smaller but still additional parts of, it's so complicated how they make like music, like, because it's intellectual property that's like sung, this and third, and, it's streamed. It's a lot. Anyway, this would get paid out directly to Drake. So if Drake was independent for that song, he gets paid this, right? Then he gets paid these other things for the publishing for him writing the song, right? So he gets paid for his writer portion. Kyla gets paid for her writer portion, or it goes to like, whoever is collecting for them, and WizKid, and then also the person who makes the beat. Of course, there's like some other things that's also associated, but we're only talking about Spotify. This is only Spotify. By the way, it's easy to assume that if it grossed this on Spotify, just times 2, and this would be what it grosses on Apple and Spotify. So it's 22,510,000 that's coming straight to the label. If there's no label, straight to Drake, right? I could probably put an extra 5 million there for these other publishing shit, but we're just only thinking about royalties, right? So if there's no label, independent, right? This is Spotify and Apple. If it's doing 11 million on Spotify, again, it's probably doing a little bit less on Apple, but because Apple pays out a higher rate, it's easy to say it's probably doing the same amount in terms of revenue, right? So we're pretty much around what it should be on Spotify and Apple. Now, let's then add Tidal. Let's add Amazon Music. Let's add Google Play. Let's add Pandora. Let's add Internet Radio. That's probably another like $8 to $10 million, right? If not 8 to 15. Let's just be mad safe. Plus eight. Oh shit. Plus 8 million. My man. What the? Wait. 22. Oh my god. 22.5. 100. Jesus Christ. Right there. Plus 8 million. I'm making it so simplified for y'all. So that's $30 million off that one song. Obviously, it's the biggest hip hop song, or the second biggest hip hop song behind what's his name, but like $30 million comes in from this. And these are like really soft estimations. We're not thinking about like some of the, say, iTunes, right? iTunes is probably big because this is just a song, right? This song probably could have earned like easily $40 million, maybe even 50, right? The point is this. All this goes to Drake if he's independent, right? Like, what do you think Drake's contract's looking like right now? Like, I think Drake is signing a $100 million deal, 150. But if you think about like what one of his successful songs will do, it's like 1/3 of the deal. That just shows you like how much being independent is. Like, essentially, if Drake's independent, his catalog is billions of dollars, billions. That's the point I'm trying to tell you. So you see when you see like your Forbes cash list and it says Drake made 75, even though that's probably capped because like, you know, Drake's getting a lot of money. Who knows what he's really getting, but still, if Drake is independent and Drake is doing what he's doing now, he's making $1 billion. That's $1 billion. Like, yeah, it's $1 billion. Sorry, people. Somebody said, doesn't the producer get half? No, this is the royalty. So, no, the producer doesn't get half of the royalty. Like, usually when you do a song, unless you're doing like with Metro or some shit like that. But even then, like, first of all, it's Drake. I've heard, by the way, I think I could even say, I don't even want to say this. I don't want to say this. Because it's going to be too obvious who gave me the information because it's really protected. All I know is people like Drake, people like Kendrick, people like Travis. I heard Travis. Well, it's not him. It's his business. It's like if Travis does a song, like remember, didn't Travis do a song with like Smoke Purp or something like that? Trust me, Travis owns the majority of that song. Or even with Trippie, like Travis owns. Come on, it's Travis. Like bro, like you're the bigger artist. Also, like when you do a song with a producer, the royalties go to the label. You get me? Unless they're promised royalty. Like sometimes the producer might have like 4% royalty. You get me? They're definitely not getting 50-50. The reason why the royalty goes mostly to the label's going to spend the money marketing. They've spent the money putting this record together. They've spent a lot of money going out, so they get the money coming back in. Now, when it comes to publishing, half of the publishing does go to the producer. They're entitled to it. They're supposed to be entitled to it, unless they just get stiff for this shit. But what I've calculated is not publishing. That's not publishing. That's something else. It's another type of money. I'm calculating pure royalties. So these are royalties of streams and purchases. At least for Apple, for Spotify, just streams. What publishing is almost kind of like licensing. So like every time someone uses or plays your music, they pay a fee, and that fee usually goes towards like what they call publishing. Also, like, you know, if it's on the radio, if it's used for certain uses, it's weird. Publishing is like pretty complex, but also like it includes publishing royalties as well. Do you get what I mean? The point what I'm trying to say is that if most of these artists were like, remember when we saw that thing that Tory, oh my god, let me see. No, not Tory. That Uzi made like 4.5 million off of what that song called? All My Friends Are Dead, right? Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can. Give me a second. All my friends are dead. We gonna calculate how much money that song made. And you can see why Uzi probably mad as shit. If you made $4 million, let's see how much that song made. Let's see. Let's see if they kept the fair with him. Let's see if they kept it fair with Young Uzi. Hold on, I gotta open Spotify again. And we're only talking about all Spotify, but we're gonna do a little estimation as well. You feel me? Here we go. Let me open Spotify again. Okay, cool. Lil Uzi Vert. Click on it. EXO Tour Life. And by the way, usually when it comes to like songs like this, there's a clean version that probably. All right, let me just search EXO Tour Life. EXO Tour Life. Yeah. Okay, cool. And by the way, this is all derivatives of the song, including clean, dirty, and otherwise. Let me see. Okay. All right. Yes. So in this version, the clean version and whatever makes sense. All right, cool. So it's 1.6 billion, right? So where's my trusty calculator? You ready? Let's do this again. My trusty calculator. So 1652 times 5,000. Okay. Just off of like, streaming revenue. This is straight streaming revenue just from Spotify. We're looking at around, and again, we're not talking about pub, we're just talking about straight royalties, right? So this is about like 8.2 million, right? Cool. Then you got to times it by like 2, right? Because Apple Music is almost as big, right? Then you probably got to put another 8 on it because Pandora, Apple Music, Tidal, Google Play, Amazon Music, they're all gonna add up as well. You put another 8 million. Okay, cool. You do that. You do sales. Yes, like let's just say iTunes sales. How much? Let's just say it's $1 million from iTunes sales, right? And that could be any type of thing. I think I get the point. Like, if I made that 25 million, I want 15. I'm the artist. I'm sorry. Do you get what I mean? Like, that's just the whole point. Like, I'm not about to make out just like $1 million. Like, making out all this money. Remember when I reported it? Like, Uzi, the song I made like 15 or 16 million, and Uzi only got 4. Yeah, of course it was gonna be tight.